Hello, everyone. We're back again for another episode of our comic book pull list. I believe this is episode 9. And it is a humongous week. We are ecstatic about the books that are coming out. And I just want to let you know that I'm not getting all of these books. This is just a nice list of what I think are exceptional books to buy. If I had all the money, I'd get all the books. But this is just an awesome and fantastic week for books and comic books. And I'd like to make this statement before I go any further, that there's been a lot of talk within the comic book community of not buying any current comic books and just focusing on the older books, which me personally, I don't even know why you would do that. But if you look at this list, if you look at the past episodes that I've had, you'll see that it is more than worth anything and may not be better than, but I'll say they're equal to any of the books that have came out so far in our lifetime. And with that, we're going to get on with the books. First, we're going to start with Dynamite Entertainment. And we got one book for that, which I definitely got to catch up on. It's Nancy Drew number 4. And that has 3 covers. And a Jen Bartel cover, a Jen St. Orange cover, and a Tula Lotte Virgin variant, which is really, really cool. And that is by Kelly Thompson and Jen St. Onge from IDW. And I think everybody should be really trying to hop on this. G.I. Joe, The American Hero, 256. And that has 3 covers. Regular cover by Ron Joseph, a John Royale cover, and an incentive cover by Jamie Sullivan. And that is by Larry Hamner and Ron Joseph. And one of my new favorite pickups, Low Life's number 4. And that has 2 covers, but they're keeping it very simplistic. They have a regular color cover and a black and white cover. And that is by Brian Buccellato and Alexis Satanak. Great stuff. For Image this week, we have a nice little load of books. We got another new number 1 called Cemetery Beach. And that has, 2 covers. And the original regular cover has a virgin cover of it. And that is by Jason Howard. And there is Jason Howard's doing another cover, which I really don't care for too much. It's called the Impact cover. Leaves a lot to be desired. But the book looks really, really good. And from the regular cover, which I would suggest getting, that it looks, something a little bit different. And that's by Warren Ellis and Jason Howard. We have, I don't know the Roman numerals for it. I'm not even gonna chance saying it. But MCMLXXV number 1 by Joe Casey and Ian McEwan. That looks pretty good. It's about a taxi cab driver, and she has a tire iron that she powers up. That looks different. Pretty cool. I'll give it a try. Oblivion Song number 7 by Robert Kirkman and Lorenzo De La Fece. I know everybody's picking that up. The story for that is starting to pick up. The guy found his brother. And, they have a very strong difference of opinion on where to live. The Weatherman, number 4, has 3 covers. Nathan Fox cover. It's cover A. Cover B is Marcos Martin. And it has a Bengal variant incentive cover. And that is by Jody LaHemp and Nathan Fox. And that is it for Image. DC Comics, is really reigning terror. Back in the days, I wasn't a DC guy, unfortunately. Some really good stuff. But now I'm very heavily into DC, and these books this week are just, they're great. Catwoman #3, written and drawn by Jolie Jones. That has 2 covers, the Jolie Jones cover, and of course the infamous Stanley Art Germ Lau cover. They just keep getting better. You definitely want to pick that up. Detective Comics 988. If you haven't been reading this series, I would definitely hop onto it. It's really, really good. Not even the fact that it's close to 1,000, but everything that's going on with Batman in this, and then they brought in like a new group that turns out that's going to be the new Outsiders. Really good stuff. And that has 2 covers. The regular cover by Stefan Segovia, and of course we have our Mark Brooks variant. Both covers on that this month are top notch. Flash #54 by Joshua Williams and Christian Douche. And we have 2 covers for that, a Dan Mora cover and a Howard Porter cover. Hawkman #4 by Robert Venditti and Brian Hitch. We have a Brian Hitch cover and a really nice Dale Keown cover. I would suggest picking up Hawkman. Excellent read and awesome artwork. Immortal Men #6. I've been grabbing that and try to stay a little relevant with these new Age of Heroes by James Tynion and Tyler Kirkham. Plastic Man #4 by Gail Simone and Adriana Mello. I got the first couple of issues. I'm dropping Plastic Man like a bad habit. I don't know if it's the pick of the week, but I would definitely suggest, if you can get it, to get this book right here. Red Hood and the Outlaws #26. I believe Jason Todd is going to have a new suit. And I think after this, it's a bit of DC news, the book is going to be called Red Hood the Outlaw. I don't know how many issues that's going to stand for, but it's got a little bit of a name change and a new direction for the ultra-violent Jason Todd. That's by Scott Lobdell and Pete Woods. We have a Pete Woods cover and a Yasmin Putri, who she's been killing it for all her variant covers. Just really, really fantastic. Scooby Apocalypse 29 by Keith Griffin and J.M. DeMatteis. 2 covers for that, of course. Regs Morales cover and a Patrick Gleason cover, which is just, I'm not really that heavy into the zombies, but that's an awesome looking cover. Sideways #8 by Dan DiDio and Kenneth Rockerford. A lot of people are talking about this. I guess he had a big death or something in another issue, and now he's like part of a team. Might be something to look into. I don't usually do cover buys anymore, but the Suicide Squad 46 by Rob Williams and what is it, Jose Luis, is wow. I'm not following his story, I'm not following a book, but you know, it has 2 covers. Cover A is by Rafa Sandoval, and the Matina cover, I guess these next set of covers are going to be the entire Suicide Squad getting blown up or something. Oh man, that's a work of art. If you don't get it for the cover, then try to get a poster or something. That's a piece of work. Supergirl 22 by Mark Andreyko and Kevin Maguire. That has 2 covers, a Terry Dotson cover and an Amanda Connor cover. Superman, number 3 by Bendis and Ivan Reyes. 3 covers with that. We have the Reyes cover, the Adam Hughes cover, and the David Mack cover. First 2 issues, I got the Adam Hughes covers, but this all-white silhouette vignette that David Mack did is a must-have. Really nice piece of artwork. Titans 25. If for no other reason that it's issue 25, then you can get it. By Dan Abnett and Brandon Peterson. We have a Brandon Peterson cover and a John Boy Myers cover, which is really pretty cool. Really kind of like that. Wonder Woman 54, which I think after 50 I dropped, by Steve Orlando and Raul Allen. You got a David Yarden cover. And Jenny Friesen is, she shot from the 3-point line and got all net with this one. The cover B, that's another cover by. Outstanding. I'm not messing with the Sandman stuff, but House of Whispers number 1 comes out also this week. We have a Sienkiewicz cover, which, he's just been reigning terror, and a regular cover by Andrew Murphy. It's written by Marlo Hopkinson and the art by Dominic Damo Stanton. That's a mouthful. And that is it for our DC books. You guys will probably note that there is quite a bit more enthusiasm in my voice. But I was listening to Jim Comics, which I'll leave a link in the description below. And he has to be one of the most enthusiastic and well-informed comic collectors on YouTube. This guy has fun talking about comic books. And it's almost like, with no live chats or anything like that, he just makes the videos. And everything he suggests is good. He's just a nice guy. He has really nice set of books. Usually when he shows his books, he has like some comic books in the background that even if he doesn't comment on it, if you don't have those books, that you should look those books up. You know what I mean? And he's just a well-informed, really cool cat. Love all his videos. And that's just a nice little shout out to Jim Comics. You guys make sure y'all check him out. I'm going to go over here to Marvel Comics. And first we have The Amazing Spider-Man number 5. With 3 covers. We have a Ryan Ottley cover, Cosmic Ghost Rider cover by Nick Bradshaw, which is wonderful, and a Spider-Man PS4 cover by Daryl Mandrick, which is fire. And that's a 3 for 3 on that one right there. Champions number 24 by Jim Zub and Sean Izakis. Pretty cool. And I like the Champions. I've always liked the Champions since they started. It's a little quirky or whatever, but I really like it. And the direction that they're headed now in seems very, very, very nice. And I think issue 25, they go to a D&D universe or something like that, and everybody gets these cool Dungeons and Dragons look to them or whatever. Personally, I'll try to have a little picture up or something, but it just looks ridiculous. They should really stay looking like that. Personally, it's a really good look for them. Daredevil 608 by Charles Soule and Phil Noto. I would just get this book just because Phil Noto was doing it. But I think Matt Murdock's brother is here, and it's Daredevil versus Matt Murdock or whatever. But anyway, Domino number 6 by Gail Simone and Michael Shelfer. I haven't been picking that book up, but what's his name? Greg Land has been demolishing those covers. Really nice piece of work. Exiles number 8 by Saladin Ahmed and Joe Quinos. Heard it was a good book. I'm not picking that up either, but It's on the list. Fantastic Four #2 by Dan Slott and Sarah Pichelli. I would not have any doubt in my mind if in the next couple of issues we have a different artist, because she was drawing another book that came out last week. A lot of this flip-flopping and stuff is, just stick with your book. But anyway, we have four covers for that. An Assad Ryback cover, which is the cover A. Cover B is the Cosmic Ghost Rider cover by Tom Rainey. We have the second part of the connecting cover by Arthur Adams. A Scotty Young baby cover. And that is that for the Fantastic Four. Infinity Wars #3 by Jerry Duggan and Mike Deodato Jr. That also has 3 covers. We have the Deodato Jr. cover, which is cover A. Cover B, which is the one I'm looking at because I'm a Ron Lim fan, is by Ron Lim. And Javer Garin is doing a connecting cover for cover C. Good book. I don't know what this book is about, but The Journey into Mystery, Birth of Koroka, #1. That has a Greg Smallwood cover and a Ben Cadell cover. That is by Dennis Hopeless. That's a sucky last name. And Drabil Morissette Fan. Whatever floats your boat. Marvel Rising Omega #1. I didn't get Marvel Rising, nor did I get Marvel Rising Alpha. And it seems to be the thing. I don't know what they're doing with this book. But that's by Devin Grayson and George Duarte. And that has, wow, can't even pronounce that guy's last name. Well, cover A is by someone I can't pronounce. Cover B is by Helen Chen. And cover C is by Ryan Gonzalez with America on the cover. Miss Marvel 34. G. Willow Wilson and Nicole Leon is doing that, if you're into Miss Marvel. Old Man Logan, almost up to #50, by Ed Brisson and Damian Cosiero. I guess you should get that ended before you pick up Dead Man Logan. Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man 309 by Chip Zdarsky and Chris Bachalo. And the only reason I would pick that up is because Bachalo is doing the interiors. Really don't mess with Star Wars. They're dead to me. We got a True Believers, Marvel Knights 20th anniversary of Luke Cage Hero for Hire. For all of us that can't afford the #1s of these, the True Believers is the next best thing. Buy 2. Venom First Host #3 for the 3rd week in a row by Mike Costa and Mark Bagley. We have a Bagley cover and a Dave Johnson cover. I'm really digging this whole story. I just like them bringing the Krees and the Skrulls back. A nice good old throwback. Weapon H #7 by Greg Pak and Ariel Anidito. We have a Philip Tan cover and a really sick Chris Stevens Cosmic Ghost Rider cover. Must have, just for the Cosmic Ghost Rider cover. X-23 #4 by Mariko Tamaki and Juan Cabal. We have a Mike Cho cover and a Yasmin Pertry Cosmic Ghost Rider cover. Very nice. X-Men Blue. I believe this is the penultimate issue to this. And that's by Cullen Bunn and Marcus Cho. If you're into the extermination and all that, I would definitely pick up the last 10 issues of X-Men Blue. And that's pretty much it for this week. Make sure you try to support your local comic book store as much as you can. I'm trying, although I've been buying the majority of my books from online, both Midtown Comics and Comics Zone. I just like the way the books compact. no ticks, they're not beat up at all. And, you know, I get my books in 2 days. I love it. I really can't complain. I do my best to go to the local comic shop. But as collectors, you got to do what you got to do. Before we go, I'm going to show this image here. And this new Guardians of the Galaxy that's looking to be coming out is phenomenal. It's like all the super cosmic characters, the Heralds of Galactus himself, and all of the Guardians of the Galaxies through the years. What's the team going to be? Where is this going to go? Who knows? But I think Donny Cates and someone else has something to do with this. So you know it's going to be pretty far left. And you know it's going to be a lot of throwbacks from back in the days. Well, that's it, people. And buy it, read it, love it. Until next time, same bat time, same bat channel. Bye-bye.
Hey there, it's not as bad as you'd expect. True, you're not as wrecked, but it could have been over. Reach now and take your